Hello everyone and welcome back. Today it's been the first time I made a YouTube video in months on end, and I am so excited to finally be sharing a new recipe with you guys. And I'm probably not gonna post this until 3 years in the future, but it's fine, right? So I'm gonna show you how to make kachori today. Now this also has disputes when it comes to the name, but I know it as Kachori, and my Hindi-speaking grandparents know it as Chana Bara, because Bara is like, anyway, you'll get it, so keep watching. So I'm gonna start off with 3 cups of chana. It doesn't matter if you use the Indian chana or the Kabuli chana, which is a little smaller, or the Trinidad chana, which is even smaller. I'm using the Kabuli chana, and it works just fine. And to that I'm gonna add 1 cup of dal. Now the dal that I'm using is called split peas, yellow split peas. That works the best for this recipe. You can experiment with other dals, but either this or urdi dal works perfect. And now you're gonna wash the dals together. So after a few washes, the water will begin to run clear, and you'll notice that this is starting to come out of the chana. This is the skin. It's not necessary that you have it or discard it, so just don't be surprised when you see it. Now I got a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda here. You can add this, or you can add what's known as hing, or I think it's called something like asefoetida. They both do the same thing. They both cut out the gas and they make the chana softer in a short amount of time. And now you're gonna add warm water and soak until, well, you're just gonna add water until it gets covered. So there we are, everything is soaking. I've added enough water just until it's about to overflow. Actually, that's an exaggeration. There's still an inch of space before it starts to overflow. If you notice any floating chana, you can peel the skin off, put the actual chana back, and discard the skin. Now give this a mix, get that baking soda all mixed together, and then you can cover this and you're ready to go. Now you can cover it. I'm using the lid to an iron pot because I won't have proper things in my kitchen, obviously. Overnight is a good amount of time. Time to sleep. Okay, so it is now over 12 hours into the next day, and you can see our chana and dal start to get this froth on top. That's the baking soda working. So aside from that, we're going to need a half a bundle, or about 10 bandhania leaves. Salt to taste. I'm starting off with 2 teaspoons, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of hardi powder, and a teaspoon of jeera, and a tablespoon each of chopped garlic and green seasoning, and 1 cup of flour. Now I'm going to start by grinding this into a paste. So the first step is to wash everything, so I'm going to just drain this and then wash it one last time. Okay, so my next step is to grind all of this, so the bandhania and then the chana and dal together in a food processor until we get like a paste. So this is how my mixture came out. I didn't have to add any water to it. It's just all the wetness from it being soaked. So now I'm going to add my masalas to it and my seasonings, and I'm going to mix this in thoroughly. At this point you can taste it to see if it needs more salt. Mine does, so I'm going to add more salt. So now that my mixture is perfect, I'm going to add my 1 cup of flour in, and I'm going to mix this in thoroughly. Okay, now you're going to take a little bit at a time, maybe about a ping pong ball size piece, and you're going to see if you can try to flatten it out and see if you're able to freely drop it. If you can do that, it's ready. So mine is ready. If not, then you need to add in a little bit more flour. You can do it in half cup intervals. So here in a pot, it would be a good idea to start heating up about 1 inch or 2 inches of oil on medium heat. And just next to my pot, I've got a dish lined with some paper towel. And then towards this side here, I've got my batter. And over here on this piece of stove that is not going to be on, I'm going to put a small tray with some water in it so that I could dip my hands, pick up my mixture, and toss it into the oil. So now that my oil is hot and everything here is prepared, I'm going to dip my hands in water and grab a little bit of the mixture and flatten it out into a small pancake type thing, and then just gently drop it into the oil. And I'm going to continue this process until I have about 4 or 5 in my pot. So I'm going to show you guys one more time how I do it. Just wet your hands, grab a little bit of the mixture, and just flatten it into a pancake, and then just gently slide it into the oil. So there we have it, your kachori, or it's also the exact same recipe for a falafel. We just have different seasonings than the Middle Eastern cultures. Or to a lot of Hindi speakers and especially a lot of South Indians, this is known as Chana Bara. And I made the traditional Bara shape by, after flattening it out, I just stuck my finger in the middle and then I dropped it into the oil to give it that traditional shape. And I'm serving it with mango chutney. So depending on when I'll post this recipe would either already be out or will be out next. I don't know when I'm gonna post this. I never know. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for sticking with me through all this time where I haven't been posting at all. I'll be going to Trinidad in like a week from now if I posted like right now. And so this time I'll make sure to upload the second I record. So anyway, there's that. Thank you guys for watching one more time, and I'll see you in however many years whenever I decide to post the next video. Bye for now.